Hi guys, welcome to Filament PHP, and in this episode I'm going to show you the 5 hidden features of Filament PHP table and you may not used before. So let's get started and see the one by one. So let me go over here, and I already have installed the Filament PHP project, and I have created a 2 modules categories, and I have created a dummy categories. Then if I go to the post, I have created a post module with category ID, title, body, status, and created a column. Okay, so now the first features I'm going to show you is, like, you can see that here is the global search, but what if you want to give the individual search for the column, for example for the title or maybe for the body? So how can you give them? So you can do for the title, let me go in my VS Code editor, go to the app, filament, resource, post, and inside the table folder, post table, here you can see that it says searchable, and inside that you have to pass the argument called is individuals, and you have to make it true. Okay, save it. Let me go back, hit refresh, and now you can see that for that particular column there is a search input over there, and you can search like MySQL, hit enter, and you can see that you can also filter out, so that working perfectly fine. Next, if I go to the category and go back to the post, but that's filter what I have applied, that's gone, right? That session is destroyed. So what if you want to keep that search as it is? So let me go here, and you have to add another method called persist column search in session. Okay, save it, and let me go back over here, and this is the method will work. Okay, so let me go and click MySQL, go to the categories, back to the post, and you can see that. So that means it is the keep as it is over here. So that means if you destroy it and then back to the categories, from here it will be destroy after that. Okay, if I search again Laravel, hit enter, you can see that, go to the categories, go back to the post, that will be stay over there. Okay, so this is the one thing. And the second thing is that, let me go back over here, and I already added one filter over here, you can see that for the status. So let me go back over here, and you can see that status. If I go and just search for the draft, apply filter, now you can see that it just filter the draft. Let me go back to the categories, come back for the post, and then you can see that that filter I already applied, that's gone. What if I want to keep that filter alive? Okay, like even I did and go for the another page, then when I back to this post it should be there. So let me go back, and there is another method called persist filter in session. Okay, save it. This is the method will keep the history. Okay, so let me go over here again, I will choose publish this time. Okay, and let me go back to the categories, go back to the post, and now you can see that what I have filtered, that as it is available as I did before. Now the third thing is that about the sorting. Okay, so you can see that if I click over here, you can see the draft, you can see published, and go back to the categories, go back to the post, let me draft. Okay, categories, and you can see that like it's again go back, because it's destroy the sorting, right? So it's not keep remembering that session. So what you have to do for keep remember the session, let me go over here, and again I have to use another method, persist sort in session. Okay, save it, and let me go back over here, I will again sort. You can see that draft, go back to the category, back to the post, and you can see that draft, and then post, you can see over here. Okay, so that is working perfectly fine over here. Okay, let me go back and show you the fourth one as well. And the fourth one I want to show you is the group. Like you want to display the group wise, like first you want to show the draft, then you want to show the publish, then how you can do with the table. Let me go back over here, and if I go and one method I'm going to call default group. Okay, and I'm going to do the group by status, so just I will call status, save it. Let me go back over here, hit refresh, and now you can see that there is a status called draft, and then only display that post that the status has a draft, same way that the status has a publish. This is working fine with the column. Even that can be work for the relationship as well. So you can see that category name. So copy that and just I will paste it and save it. Let me go back, hit refresh, and now you can see that first it shows just Laravel category post, then MySQL, then Node.js, and then PHP. So that's awesome, right? And let me go back and just I will keep status as a default, but I can also do like a groups method, and here as an argument I am going to pass the status column. Also I will allow users to do with the category dot name. Save it. Let me go back, hit refresh. Now you can see that there is a one drop down over here. If you want to do with the category, you have to just choose the category, and you can also ascending and descending order, you can do it as well. Okay, so if I go to the status, you can see that it works with the status. So this is really awesome features of Filament PHP. And at the end I'm going to show you the another features. That's because if I go and hit refresh, then you can sometime, if you have a large number of data, then it will be take time to getting data from the database. So until the getting the table, the header, footer, and all should be fetched, right? So what I'm going to do, I will use another method that's called defer loading. Okay, save it. So that means what it happens, if I refresh it, you can see that here is just small loading button, like loading icon. You can view that. Let me refresh it again. You can see that. So what it does, for example, when you refresh the page, first they face like all the default like sidebar and header. After that they will fetch these tables. So that means if you have a large number of records, that may take a time like maybe in seconds, but that can help for you as well. Okay, same way there is another method called defer filters. Okay, so that means if you applied already filters, for example if you did published, okay, and you just applied, and if you refresh it, categories back, you can see that. So that will also will work like that what we did for deferred loading. So that will first load the header, footer, and the static data, static HTML, and then this dynamic data will fetch from the database. So this is really good. Okay, so this was that 5 features that hidden, and extra I'm going to show you is one more. Let me remove this. Okay, hit refresh. If you hover over it, there is nothing, but you can add the tooltip as well. So let me go over here and I will just add the static tooltip, like I will use the tooltip method, and that's called test tooltip. Okay, save it. Let me go back, hit refresh, and you can add the tooltip over here. That's great, right? Same way I'm going to add, I'm going to show you the another method that's called alignment. Okay, so you can set the alignment center, you can set the end, and so alignment end, save it. Let me go for the created column, and you can see that column goes on the right side. Okay, so that means you can also use the alignment center, you can use the alignment. Let me go and choose alignment center for this so you can understand. Save it. Let me go back, refresh, and you can see that our status column is alignment center. So you can also use that method, and that's it. So if you like this video, then share with your friends, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel for more videos, guys. See you in the next video.